Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday, so it's beard therapy time. How y'all doing? Today we have Beers Dignified and Beard and Winning, and there's Joe right there. Put him in his proper place. We're all set. Should have saw that before starting. How is everyone's Wednesday evening? Let's see.
Doing good. I'm not late. McMahon. I wanted to set the tone. We have some special guests. I also wanted to be thematically in season. This is a nature conservancy time with spider webs all over it and spiders. But no, let's class up the joint a little bit, right? If you ever see the Beard's Dignified label, it's a great label. Let's class up the joint. I know all of our audience is wearing the ties, Johnny Grooms.
I didn't bring my tie. I brought my Chronic shirt.
Wow, we got some. So who's here? A lot of dudes here early. That's awesome. Deliberately Bearded, what's up? Brett, of course, the Blue Wrench. Billy, Rob Brandon, Cleveland Brown helmet, always sticks out. McMahon, Swazana, Rob Acker, Jersey Ron, who looked like Jesus and John Lennon in a recent photo. McMahon, of course. Brian Hershey. Hershey, of course, is a name in Pennsylvania. That's got a lot of popularity. Faithfully Bearded, whatever his name is this week. And David Faithfully Bearded. Edward Ryder. Ryan Hodge. Couple of new names here. I like it. Maybe these are some Beards Dignified names that I'm not familiar with. Red Beard Ryan. All right.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Okay, so you guys know how this goes. When we have a beard company and a community guest. Of course, I will interview the community guest and Johnny will interview the company. But there's an extra bonus tonight because I purchased, after nearly 2 years, I finally purchased some Beards Dignified. And it was one of those things where they always hovered on my list. To let you know, when I first looked at your website, Grant, you had just released KC Shuffle. All right, so that's a while ago. And Beards Dignified was always hanging there. That label, man, I'm telling you, that plus some of your set profiles, that label with the tie, and then I went back and you had like 12 cents. And I was like, holy cow. And now I think you've got 17. That's including an unscented. Does that sound right?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. So 17 cents. So what we're going to do is I purchased a sampler of Beards Dignified, and we're going to do a quick first impression for all of the sample scents. And Grant was nice enough to include the collab he did with Brian here, Bearded and Winning, called Pineapple Express. So we'll be doing a first impression on that as well. Cool. All right. So we'll just do that. I'll probably just do that once every 10 or so minutes as we go through the first hour. But let's start off by getting to know Brian. All right.
Just your mic, Joe.
Yeah.
Is a little like how it's very loud. I don't know.
Is it?
That's better. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe because of the tie. All right. All right. Brian, tell us how you met Grant and became an ambassador.
That was a while ago. Almost 3 years ago, I think. I think DNC Bearden did a review on KT Shovel. And
okay.
Something about KT Shovel intrigued me, and the logo, and so I should reach out to him. And it was a while ago. I didn't go.
It was a while ago for sure. Yeah.
I never knew DNC reviewed you, Grant. Earlier on.
Yeah, he did. He reviewed me. Oh man, like almost right before, I think it's 1 or 2 videos before his views were hitting like thousands per video. So yeah, it was early on. And really, I think KC Shuffle had only been out just, a little bit. So
I think what happened was DNC said KT Shuffle was very strong. He wanted more of the scent. So I went Now then, did you make it stronger?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
He said that he did. So I then tended to be. So from that point on, I just love beer to Dignified, and I think we should build a relationship from there. You know.
Yep.
I don't know.
Now, the reason Bearded and Winning is here. Wow, am I off that bad, Johnny? Or is that on someone else's end?
Try it again.
Okay, how about now?
A little better, yeah.
Is that okay?
Better.
Okay. The reason Bearded and Winning or Brian is on is because I'll post stuff, he'll post stuff, we'll respond to each other. But he's just a good family dude, good guy, you know. He just kind of one of those guys you're like, I'd like to drink a beer with. But he's also Grant's #1 ambassador because he does a great job for Grant of getting the word out. And he produced an awesome Space Cowboy video. That video was killer.
That video was amazing video. Brian. Brian and I talk just about every day. Beard related or not. It doesn't have to involve beards or whatever. It's just we've been talking for quite a while now. So yeah, he's been great. And that's why we did the collab. That's why I did the collab with him. It was easy to make that decision without a doubt.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, Brian. I'm asking you another question.
True.
Tell us about your beard journey. How long have you had a beard?
Almost 3 years. Right before I picked up KT Trouble. It was about around that time. I love having a beard. I don't think I'll ever shave again. I see my face behind the beard. The beard community is a beautiful thing too. It's all positive and
Yeah. So 3 years you've had the beard. Don't want to get rid of the beard. And yeah, the beard community is pretty positive most of the time. Not too shabby. Every once in a while there's a ripple.
Yeah, we come down a rocky road every now and then, but
Every once in a while,
we persevere through it.
someone ruffles some feathers.
Okay. One more question, Brian.
Go for one.
Besides Beard Dignified, what companies do you like?
I like a lot of companies, and I'm very open. Beard Dignified works really well for my beard, and obviously, I'm very open to trying a lot of companies.
Yeah.
There's so many other companies that are very good. I like the Bearded Pup. There's so many of them.
Okay. Yeah. And another question. I think I know this, but I'm not sure. Where are you located, Brian?
I am located in Tip City, which is about 10 miles from Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're in Ohio.
I am in Ohio, yes.
Oh, I thought you were in Missouri or Kansas. Is that you, Grant?
I am
about an hour away from Hocking Hills.
That's right. Yeah. Go ahead, Grant. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I'm in Kansas. I was born and raised in Missouri. Kansas City spans. When we say Kansas City, it spans both Missouri and Kansas side. So I'm on the Kansas side.
Brett Berlin, our moderator, Brett Berlin, is from Kansas.
No, yeah. I'm in a city called Olathe. But yeah, anytime somebody asks, I say Kansas City. So
Brian, Brett wants to know if you're a Buckeye.
Huge Buckeye fan.
Huge Buckeye fan.
Huge. Huge.
All right. All right. So before I hand it over to Johnny, let's do a first impression of the Pineapple Express.
Have a
Okay.
chat.
Now, set profile. One of the little things that Grant does that I love when an owner does this is he gives you the set profile on the label. All right. So here and the carrier base. Okay. So the oils going on in here: grapeseed, avocado, almond, and castor, and vitamin E. All right. The scent profile for Pineapple Express: black oud, amber, pineapple, and smoked with cherry wood. Explain that, Grant.
So basically, I mix my scents in a bottle, and then I actually have a smoker, almost like a handgun smoker. Fill it with cherry wood, and then I smoke it. I fill that bottle with smoke. Let it sit for about a couple minutes, and then let the smoke out, and it gives it that just slight smokiness to it. So,
Okay. I think that's a really cool process. I'm distorted and loud, they say. So hold on.
Yeah, a little bit.
Johnny, keep it going while I change mics.
Okay. Well, how did you come up with the name Pineapple Express? Other than pineapple in it.
we were kind of just throwing names out there. At first, I didn't want to do. We didn't want to do Pineapple Express with the connotation of, be it CBD because it doesn't have that in it, or marijuana or anything like that. But it's just a good name, and so we kind of just landed on that. And with the smoke that I add to it and the pineapple being that front forward scent, that's just kind of what we went with.
Oh, cool.
All right. There. We'll go with that, Mike. Is that better, Johnny Grooms?
Yes.
All right. Apologize, guys. I got new headphones. Same brand and everything as the last, but I guess they were just messing up. All right, so let's take a hit of this Pineapple Express. Ooh, very mellow and sweet, Grant and Brian. Oh, I was expecting that pineapple to really pop out of there. I like that. I'm not a huge pineapple fan for the beard kind of stuff, but I like how it's not as strong as that oil feels really nice too on the rubbing. Let's give it a hit here. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is nice. If you're a pineapple fan out there, ooh. Now I can't pick up that oud. I think I get a little bit of the amber.
He's gonna do it to me again.
What's that?
Every time Joe starts to describe a thing, I end up fucking buying it. So I'm like, he did this to me last time. with what was it? Oh man, the one from Chronic. Man, Santa's
All
Pint.
right, so
I ended up buying it. Yes.
Hey, John. And that oud come down when you have it in the beard.
in the beard.
The oud come down later in the day.
Good.
That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting on the warm up is pineapple and amber, and then there's a sensory note in there I can't put my finger on, which I'm going to assume is that smoked wood, that cherry wood, because I'm not familiar with it, and I'm not familiar with smoked cherry wood, so that's my math for that one. But yeah, fruity people, the pineapple isn't overpowering or sweet. It's really kind of mellow. All right, it's not too mellow that you don't smell it. It's just like, it's not like opening a can of pineapples and you get all that kind of sugary sweet. It's just a nice, more subtle, more pushed down pineapple scent. Pleasantly surprised, Grant. I didn't know if I was going to like that one just because of the way I feel about pineapple. Good job, Brian.
Thank you. Good job, Grant, too.
Yeah. Thank you.
I will give him some credit, I guess.
Yes, I really like pineapple too. I've noticed that like some of the beard scents that have pineapple in it, I'm like, oh man, this is good. I really like this pineapple sweet scent. So I'm like, now that's, damn it.
One other thing I want to say, and then maybe Johnny can pick up on it when he interviews Grant. If I'm not mistaken, Grant, the standard size at Beards Dignified is 2 ounces.
Correct.
Correct. All right. So if you get, and that's $20, right?
Yep, that is correct.
So $10 an ounce, which ain't too shabby, as you know. And then if you want to get his samplers, because he has samplers, and that's 16 cents plus an unscented, those will come in a 1 ounce bottle. All right.
Actually, it's a half ounce bottle.
Half ounce.
4 half ounce bottles. You get to choose whatever scent that we have in any of our collabs, anything like that. So it's fair game.
Right. And it's 20 for 4. Is that correct?
It's 25.
25 for 4. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's 2 ounces for 25. So that's $12 an ounce. Plus you get to run the 16 cents plus the unscented. You get your choice, which is one of my favorite thing about samplers is the ability to have your choice of a catalog. The bigger the catalog, to me, the better the deal is for that. All right. So we'll attack these in a little bit. Johnny Grooms, it's all you.
Okay. So Grant, how did you start, or where did you get the idea to first start creating beard products?
There's a local shop here in Kansas City that was selling Casey Beard Co. And my wife had got me a scent for Christmas. I kind of liked it. I was like, oh, I'll go to this store, this Kansas City store, and see what else they have. And I was like, oh, I'll try some balm. It was like $30 for a 1 ounce tin. I said, nope, I'm not doing that. I thought that was a little high. So that's where I started. I kind of just started doing research. Can I have better ingredients, things that are good for, I have kind of sensitive skin, so things that are good for sensitive skin. And then started there. And then my idea is to try to keep my prices, on the lower end, so people can enjoy it. I sometimes it gets a little pricey, and I understand that. And so that's where I started.
Cool. And where did the name Beards Dignified come from?
Kind of just spitballing with one of my friends and his wife, actually, who's in marketing. We were just throwing out names like, what direction do I want to take the company? If I were to have one, what kind of persona, what kind of image do I want out there? And so we just started throwing words out there and combining words, and Beards Dignified was born. So at a kitchen table.
Okay, what inspires you to make a scent? Like, what is the thought process behind making scents and all of that?
So I love cooking, and kind of taking those ideas of like, what kind of like citrus goes with some herbs, and kind of along those ideas, like, what fruits maybe go together. Kind of just that idea. I take kind of what I think of like cooking, and say, like basil and strawberry go together, like that could be something.
Oh,
So yeah, so something like that. So I kind of work along those ideas, and then really just trying. If I see a new fragrance, I try to grab it and see what it's like, and if it's something that I can mix with something that I already have. I have a ton of essential oils and fragrances in my basement right now, that some I haven't even, I just opened one time, and I always keep it in the back of my mind, what can I mix with this, that could make it even more unique than it is.
Okay. So what's your top seller scent? Top selling scent?
I'd probably say right now the CEO. Overall, I've had it a little longer, but Pineapple Express has been great this year, and Space Cowboy actually, when we launched it, it's gone really well as well. So it's kind of a mix, you know. It goes with the season. Casey Shuffle's a little on the fruity side, so that's more spring summer. So yeah, just I would say CEO is my top one still right now.
Okay. Are you doing the beard product full time, or do you have a regular day job, or how is that?
I have a regular day job. I'm in healthcare IT. There's a healthcare IT company here in Kansas City that's pretty big. So I work for them, and I do all the beard stuff on the side.
Oh wow. Okay. So, working full-time job, having a business, all that stuff. What is the one thing that you would advise to someone wanting to start, a business on the side while having a full-time job and having a full schedule like that? What's the one thing that you would tell somebody budding brand new?
Be patient. It takes time. There are some times where you're going to get drained, but power through, and surround yourself with, people that support you. I mean, Brian, like I said, when we met, we talk every day now. And so he, we spitball ideas just out of the realm, and that helps me refresh, if I'm like, man, I'm bogged down or something like that, we'll talk about something else, or maybe an idea, and that'll get me fired up again. So, just be patient. It's tough. It's not easy.
Okay, so where do you see Beers Dignified? What are your goals for the future? Let's give it a 5-year timestamp. Where you see Beers Dignified in the next 5 years, or where would you like to see it?
Man, a little bigger, yeah, always. Maybe a few local stores. I'm kind of getting into barbershops. Actually, I got into a barbershop in Ohio, so that's kind of going. So yeah, I mean, I like where it's at. I think it's a lot of fun where it's at. Even if it got a little bigger, I think it'll still be fun. I mean, hell, if it got to a point where it was my full-time job, then even better. But I'd probably say in a few just, local stores here, maybe nothing major. I still want to stay as small batch as I can for now for a while.
Cool.
I like the person, like being personable, like it's more personal with, owners. I've seen other owners before, the live streams, and I'm like, man, I want to be there, and now here I am. So it's like, it's just neat to see these owners come out. So,
or you can have that close relationship with your customers. They're
exactly.
just a DM
Yep.
away,
Yep.
all that.
Yep.
And yeah, all right. One thing I want to ask, because I wanted to know. I know you do something pretty innovative, which I think is very innovative. With Beers Dignified, is that you split that tin down the middle, and you have what are the combination limits for that? If a customer wanted something, could they request anything? Like, could they request a butter and a balm, and can they request 2 different scents, or what is the limits to that combination scenario there?
So right now, my Sidekick series, my split tin is just really seasonal and the collab. But that's just for now. I took a little time off from Instagram for a little bit to also get a few things, directions on a few things. We're going to be releasing whipped butter as well here soon. 3.5 ounce tin. It'll be 3.5 ounces. You can get it in any scent. So I'll be offering that, and then the Sidekick came up as well on what direction I want to take that. Do I want to have preset combinations at
Right, okay.
first. Do I want to allow someone to say, hey, I want this on this side, this on this side? I got to figure out a few things. How would I do labeling for that? Stuff like that. But right now it's just seasonal and the collaboration.
Okay.
But there are a lot of changes that are coming.
Because you could do a lot
Yes.
with that. You could
You
have
could do anything. Yeah.
bomb poured, bomb whipped,
Yep.
poured. My mind was blown when I saw you had that. I was like, like I want to make sense. Like I want to make sense, textures, all the different stuff. Like I was like, oh my god.
It's not going away. It'll only improve. That's been my main goal. Anytime that I come up with something, like I make my own conditioner, I almost quit doing it after about number 6. But I was like, no, I got to nail this. So it'll be, the Sidekick series will get better. So I promise you that.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I really like that. Okay. I see a lot of Space Cowboy talk in the chat right now. So like, yeah, that's what I got. I got Space Cowboy. It's what I'm wearing in beard. So if you guys wanted to know what it's in beard right now, I have Space Cowboy in. Love the scent. Yeah, so it's like the perfect gunpowder scent. I was telling him, I DM'd him. I said, you know what? Like, this is the perfect gunpowder scent for me because I have a few gunpowder scents. Some are really strong, some are sharp. This is like a very nice, mellow, easy going gunpowder scent to the senses. And this is like the perfect gunpowder scent for me. I really enjoyed this Space Cowboy. That's it. I'm good. I'm all done.
So somebody asked what Dark Crystal smells like. So Dark Crystal is like a lighter musk, almost a sweet musk.
Yeah.
So that gunpowder and that play really well together. And then really to tie in the whole cowboy, I added just a little bit of leather. And it happened to work out.
Smells so good.
So
I thought it might have been kind of like the next level Walter White product from Breaking Bad because you have the blue. I thought you might have gone the Dark Crystal, and I'm like, well, heck, all right, I guess. Oh, that's cool. I like your mind, your thought processes on that scent. That's very cool.
This is the butter. Brett's asking if you have a butter. This is the butter. Right there.
Right there.
And that's the poured butter. I don't know an exact date. I got to do pictures, but I'm hoping to have whipped butter in a week. So my poured butter just has a little bit of beeswax in it. My whipped will have 0 beeswax.
Nice.
Grant, I have a question for you, but before we do, let's pop another scent. Now, since we're actually into the box of the samplers, I haven't opened any of this stuff up. Well, that's a lie. I peeked inside, all right? And inside, I got some cool Beard Dignified stickers. This one on the right has got the cool rainbow. It's hard to see on my camera, but it's got that cool rainbow effect to it.
Yeah.
And I love this logo. What I really like about this logo, Grant, is that you only see the bottom half of the dude's face because you usually don't see that. And you've got the collar and the tie, and that's what caught my attention way back when. So we're going to do these in order of how I envision I will like them. So the scent I think I'll like the least, I'll go first. All right? And I'm going to do this one first because it's pretty much just a one note kind of thing. Brewmaster. And Brewmaster is roasted oatmeal stout. Okay? Roasted oatmeal stout. I'm a big stout porter fan. In fact, I prefer the malty beers over the hoppy beers. So let's hit up a little Brewmaster. And just so everyone knows, I've got my wipes here so that I can wash away my scent since I'm doing a bunch tonight. Here we go, Brewmaster. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you like, wow, there's almost like a little light note at the very end of that thing, Grant.
So I have hops and I crush them up and I sprinkle just a little hop dust in there
Okay.
And as the longer it sits, that kind of aroma comes out.
That's cool. Oh man, that's wild because you're hit with this boom, this really robust oatmeal stout, and just as you're ready to pull your nose away, you get this almost citrus kind of vibe. It's just something light and a little sharp, but not powerful. It's just like a little. By the way, see you later. And like, what the hell is that? All right, so if you have smelt an oatmeal stout before, whether it's in a beard oil or an actual beer, you know what this smells like, and that's what all this is. Except for that little light note at the end. We'll warm this up. I'm pretty sure this is going to stay consistent here. I wanted to say, too, before I wiped the Pineapple Express away, I was wearing that about 10 minutes, and I really like how it started to breathe after 10 minutes on my skin. You could feel the complexity start to come out more once you had it on the skin a while. So definitely, like in beard, I think that one would be a total winner. Oh, and that hop. All right. I really like this, Grant, and that's good because this was the last set. Here's what I like about this hop. I have smelled 3 other scents that have used hops, and hop is a wonderfully aromatic kind of scent, but it's also very powerful if it's forward in the mix. What I like about this is if Grant hadn't told me it was hops, I would have never guessed it because it doesn't have the hop characteristic in here. It's just kind of a little sharp and a little fruity. Like I said, I feel it's a little citrus. It comes out a little bit more once you warm it up out of the bottle. That's nice, man. That's a nice set. All right, so that was Brewmaster. For any of you stout heads out there, that's Brewmaster. All right. So by the way, so dumbass that I am, I wanted to show you. There's the box, all right? And we got some the curly Q's, and there we see the 4 half-ounce bottles in there. So it's a nice little packaging job with the stickers as well. Now, one question I wanted to ask you, Grant, because long before I knew you, one of my old school boys. For those of you who remember, and you may still follow him in his filming exploits, you remember the Bearded Roundtable. You know that one of our guys was the Beard Dude, Angel. And right around the time the Bearded Roundtable was ending and Beard Dude was getting ready to transition fully into vlogging and that kind of stuff, he's at Vegas. And I remember him posting stuff about meeting Grant in Vegas. So, Grant, tell us that story, please.
Man, it was a blast. I had mentioned something about Vegas, and that we kind of go out there, I want to say every other year. And me and a couple friends just planned a trip, and Angel's like, "Hey, hit me up when you come out. We'll hang out one night." So he brought him and his girlfriend came out, and we hit a few places that off the strip, on the strip. It was the greatest. It was so much fun. We had a blast. It was awesome.
Now, had he reviewed a scent of yours in the past?
He did. He did Rainbows and Unicorns.
That's right. I remember that review. I forgot all about that set.
Yep.
Now, that was the one, was it your daughter or someone's daughter who designed the label?
My stepdaughter. Yeah. She so she designed the Rainbows and Unicorns, and then my stepson designed J Monster. Right. And I laid out, I don't know, 3 or 4 scents each that they could pick from. So they got to pick the scent as well that went in there. So, yeah.
I remember I almost picked up Rainbows and Unicorns, even though I didn't like the profile, just because I thought it was such a cool idea to have a child's artwork as the label,
Yeah, and as they got older, I basically upgraded the label for Rainbows and Unicorns and J Monster, and got my logo on there, but then took elements of their what they drew and put it on that. So it's changed over time. As they got older, it also changed, evolved as well. So
that's awesome. Brian, I have a question for you real quick. Since you are Grant's #1 guy, and you know his product probably as intimately as anyone, What are your top 3 Beard's Dignified scents?
Space Cowboy,
Space
Pineapple
Cowboy.
Express. It's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
That's they're all really good. They're all really good. Aficionado.
Oh, okay. That was one I was like wrestling with when I was ordering my sample set. Yeah, that's good.
They're all really good.
Yeah.
I have to cherry bunches.
You can kind of see if you go to the website, and I don't know how Grant has them ordered, if there's any particular way, but Grant's earlier scents, were pretty, 1 or 2 kinds of scents. Some stuff that you maybe saw in other companies, but also some original stuff, but they were pretty much a couple scents. And then you can see, I think starting with KC Shuffle, you can kind of see the petals on the flower opening a little bit to where things start to get a little bit more complex, and you're getting these weird kind of combos, and you're like, oh damn, that's not, even if you don't like it. I'm a guy, Grant, that even if I don't like a scent, I really respect when a maker takes a chance like that, and because
Sure.
I just love seeing the difference that not everyone is doing vanilla tobacco or sandalwood bourbon or whatever the heck it is. I love seeing that diversity.
Sure.
All right, so let's pop another one. Now, this is a scent I've wanted for a long time early on, but it is an earlier scent of Grant's, if I'm not mistaken, and that's Aficionado.
Mm-hmm.
And that is cherry tobacco and cedarwood.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry tobacco and cedarwood, Aficionado. We'll give this a shot real quick. Let me make sure I'm all wiped up. By the way, when real quick too, because I had it on about 5 to 8 minutes. I'm trying to keep track of my clock. That Brewmaster, I really like the way it starts to open up. You get that the roastedness almost gives it a subtle chocolatey note to it because of that roasted really comes out more. I'm hoping Space Cowboy is my favorite because that's the one I'm really excited about. That one and Paris on the Plains. But hey, if Brewmaster's the one, it's the one. All right, so let's go for some Aficionado here. Oh, now what? Cedar? Remind me, Grant. What was that? Cedar and cherry tobacco.
Cherry tobacco, yeah.
All right. Oh, cherry tobacco way up front. You get a little note of that cedar in the back. I'm going to let it warm up a little bit more in my hands. It is, to me, it is more cherry than it is tobacco.
So I'm the same way as you, but my wife can really smell the tobacco in it.
Interesting.
Yes. Yeah, to me, it's a little more on the cherry side, but my wife can really pick out the tobacco in that.
Okay.
Actually. Yep.
I'm a tobacco dude, so I always have the no train. The tobacco's there, and it's not. It's kind of like a It's not a bitey cherry. What I've already noticed just in these 3 scents, Grant, seemingly, I don't want to speak your whole line, but you make a good solid scent without being too blam. Here's some pineapple. Blam.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good, strong scent without being over the top with any one scent. All right, we're going to let this one warm out, see if some of that cedar comes out. You guys know what a cherry tobacco smells like. It's here. I can smell the tobacco. The cherry is strong, but not too in your face. Are you using separate or the same wipey each time? No, I'm using separate wipies, brother.
The same wipey.
Yeah. So also to go with the Aficionado, if some of you follow me, I had a good friend of mine that was injured in a work incident. He's self-employed, and so anybody that orders any product in the Aficionado scent, I'll donate the proceeds to a GoFundMe that they have set up for him. If you don't want to do product and you want to do the GoFundMe, the link is on my bio. So totally up to you, but yeah, it's his favorite scent. He was actually the first one I tested it on. So yeah, he's somebody that's been with me since the very beginning when I thought of this. So that's what we're doing right now till the end of October. So he broke his jaw and had to lose his beard. So it's the least I could do.
Josh. Come on, brother. I'm a teacher. I'm not a lazy teacher. I don't hand out stuff that a textbook created, and I for damn sure do not have on ties, son. All right, this is for real. All right, must I? Am I your monkey again? Only this time, not eating butter. Let's see how quickly this goes. Now, see, I can do it quick because I'm not measuring it against my fat ass belly. But boom, booyah! There we are. Flip it around. Cow. And I have wood tie, but I'm going to let it go.
It's one of the biggest YouTube videos, how to tie a tie.
Yeah, there you go.
It is.
Yeah, and all the different knots. I just go with the one knot that I know.
Is that a Windsor knot?
I don't even know what the hell it's called. If it's a Windsor or not. Is that a Windsor knot? Real tie, but he's not wearing any pants. James Pershing is so let me get up. Look, we have beards dignified. I'm not going to do the live in my underwear like I do for you guys. I put on shorts.
Put on short.
Real shorts, boys. We have to have some dignity in the place. Now, I may strip to undies in about 18 minutes, but for the first hour, I asked for dignity. By the way, Johnny Grooms, did you get any picture messages from some of our notorious crew earlier in the week?
Was somebody supposed to send me some?
Well, they sent me some. I don't know if they sent them to you as well, but I asked that we keep it dignified for the first hour, and I got some rebellion in my DMs, which I absolutely loved.
I got so many people messaging me.
Look at that! Look at John. I've got so many people messaging me at this point in time.
Not that I can recall. I don't.
All right, then they only sent it to me.
Yeah, they probably only sent it to you. Nothing really jumps out at me right now.
Because, see, they know you're busy. Outside of therapy, my life is nothing, right? But Johnny Grooms has got like 9,000 channels. He hosts 45 lives. So they probably didn't want to clutter your shit up, Johnny. JG didn't try to censor us like you did.
I got one from a buddy of mine, but we cannot show it. We will get shut down quick.
Is it another decapitation or?
No, it's not safe for YouTube at all.
Oh, nice. Not that, but I'm getting ready to clean up here. We're going to do another scent here in just a sec, but as this mellowed and it's right or out, just hit the 5th minute. As this is mellowed, that cherry's mellowed down a little bit. I still don't get a ton of the cedar. I am getting a little bit of it in the back. That's a nice little scent. It's ranking 3rd right now, though. I'm going Brewmaster, Pineapple Express, and Aficionado thus far. Those are my top 3 thus far. All right. I've got 2 left. I'm going to do it because we were talking about it. I'm going to do it because Brian's video was great. And I'm also going to do it because Johnny Grooms, as he told you, Grant, is not a big gunpowder guy. I'm a huge gunpowder guy. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
All right.
Space Cowboy. Oh, you have not smelled anything like this before.
Hey.
Oh, I saw Emo commenting earlier. Out of bottle, the leather is a little more forward than the gunpowder, all right? But it's not a punchy-in-the-face leather. Again, we see this theme developing with Grant. All right, let's warm this bad boy up.
Yeah, warm it up. It changes.
Really good. Really good.
All right, let's warm her up. Oh, oh man. Okay, that was the biggest change upon warm-up. It was like Harvey Dent Two-Face. I was looking at one side, and now the gunpowder comes out to play, baby, and that leather slides backwards. Oh, that's a great fucking scent, Grant. That is a great scent.
Thank you.
Oh,
yeah, I think Brian's had that I've had that in the wings for, I don't know, a couple months, several months. and we were kind of toying back and forth. Does it need this? Does it, and then it just kind of took its time with that one.
So here, and I'm only going to mention a couple companies just because I have their gunpowder scents, and I know some of the other guys do.
Sure.
Honest Ape, Clever, and if any of you have Beard Haas, those are 3 gunpowder scents I have. They're very gunpowder forward, which I dig. This is the most complex scent with gunpowder I've tried. Okay, you get the leather out of the bottle. As Grant said, warm it up. You warm it up. The leather slides back a little bit. The gunpowder comes forward a little bit. It's still not gunpowder centric. Those two are really playing together. I have no clue about this dark crystal. Maybe when it warms up a little more, but I'm just digging the leather and the gunpowder. And maybe that dark crystal is doing some things in there too that's helping me appreciate it.
It's twirling in the background.
Yeah.
Coming in and out.
Now I can see why Johnny Groons loves this scent and why Brian made a video, man. Yeah, that just vaulted to number 1. That's a great damn scent.
Brett, it's a lot lighter than Double Barrel Moonshine.
Oh, Double Barrel Moonshine's lovely, yeah. Most of that would be a 4th. All of the scents I mentioned plus Double Barrel are all very gunpowder forward, and that's okay. This is gunpowder complex, okay?
Yeah.
And it's not nearly as forward, but you still get the gunpowder.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's good. So that's number 1 with Brewmaster. We've got one more to try, which I'll let this rest about 5 or 6 minutes before we get to Dirty 930, and I'll do the last one, which is a great scent name, Paris of the Plains. Just a great scent name there. And Grant, what made you come up with that one?
So this scent is kind of like an old-fashioned. I actually, oh gosh, it was like 11 o'clock at night, getting ready to go to bed, and I hopped out of my bed. I go, I have a scent idea. So it's a bourbon, cherry, orange, and I use Midnight Vanilla. So little context of Midnight Vanilla, it's vanilla and amber mixed.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's just slightly different vanilla. To me, it's not. It's sometimes when you get vanilla, it can be really fake smelling almost.
Yeah. I know exactly.
And that amber kind of tones that down, and it makes it a lot smoother, warmer vanilla. So I mix those together. In Kansas City, we used to be called the Paris of the Plains during Prohibition. We are basically it was like, Vegas. Anything happens basically during Prohibition. And there was a stretch of road, it's state line road here, where Kansas is on one side and Missouri is on the other. It was the wettest mile of road in the United States at one point in time.
Wettest means alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah. Because Kansas actually banned alcohol before Prohibition, and so they would go over to the Missouri side and drink. They would literally walk across the street.
Oh, wow.
And so, again, it was called Paris of the Plains. And so playing that old-fashioned and then kind of keeping with Kansas City roots, that's what I did.
Dude, I'm an English teacher, and I love those kind of stories. I love history too, by the way, but I love that whole dissertation there. That's awesome. That's a great name. Now that this Space Cowboy has rested a few minutes, I'm getting that dark crystal. I can feel it coming out now. Yeah. It adds a really nice, lighter kind of note to the whole mix. That's a great damn scent, man. That is a great damn scent.
Thank you.
So what's the next?
In the beard all day long. It's like a 10, 12-hour scent.
That's true too. Yeah, it is very long lasting.
So if you
and it's mask friendly, as Johnny would say. So that's good.
Yes. I wore it with the mask, and it definitely you can have the mask on and it be in your face, like for the duration of the mask wear, of course. Yeah. Not all scents are like that. I'm telling you. I'm about to shoot some reviews where they're not. I'm going to say they're not mask friendly. And because they're not. Like I wore the mask and I got nauseous, and You know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm sensitive to, fragrances and stuff like that, but it is what it is,
Yeah. Mick Mann, who was one of the guys I told you backstage about Grant having huge collection, he says Paris of the Plains is pretty good. So that's good. All right. So we are at 9:21. Anything gone on lately, Johnny, this week? Anything of interest?
Not really, because I just kind of like been home and because I haven't been going anywhere and stuff like that. Not really, just the battles with the at-home school, and that's pretty much it. I haven't really been filming anything or anything like that. Last thing I did was the head shaving video for that that shaver that took forever to shave my head. But other than that, that's it.
Brian, another question. Just because I was there and some people have been there, Brett Berlin. There's a question, Brian.
Oh.
Brian, do you see the question in the chat? I don't think he does. Brian, have you visited Hocking Hills?
Oh yeah. I went on jet riding there.
Yeah.
I've been on one time, but I'm gonna be 2 times. And 1 second. Good day.
Yeah, they have zip lines and hiking and no internet, man. Don't go to Hocking Hills if you want internet.
Really?
Yeah, there's lots of like different cabin companies, and like 90% of the cabins won't have internet because when you go there, the first time my wife and I went there, we went to a general store 15 minutes from our cabin just to sit in the parking lot and try to get internet.
Wow.
So next time around, we looked for a cabin with internet because we were bringing the kids with us. The first time it was just us. But
no cell service?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah. When you get closer to the town, which is called Logan, yes. But when you're in the Hocking Hills State Park area, nada.
Really? That's
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know. I don't think I would go there. I need cell service. I need a way out, My like anxiety would take over. Like I can't call 911. Like what the hell? That's insane.
Grant, do you know Dustin Boggs? I have not seen him in our chat before, and he is hyping Space Cowboy as well.
Yeah, it's one of Brian's friends.
One of Brian's buddies. Okay.
Live down the street.
Those down the street. Dustin, I agree with you, brother. I agree.
So Grant, what's anything that you have in the works that you can disclose, or at your own discretion, of course. Don't give any secrets away or anything like that. Anything up and coming new coming from Beers Dignified in the future?
Right now, whipped butters are coming, and then kind of been wrestling with an idea of what I call Ambassador's Reserve. So it'll be a very limited release set of oils. It'll have my base set of oils in there, and then maybe I add emu oil to one batch, and it'll be a specific scent. And then once the 10 bottles are gone, like however many bottles I do, it's gone. That batch will probably never be, unless it maybe down the road, years down the road. But I'm involving my ambassadors, so kind of letting them choose and throw some ideas at me, and kind of a tribute to them. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
cool.
That's really cool.
So
that's what I love about Grant. He's always coming up with new things and she's trying to be innovative, and she keep things exciting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and you can tell when you go to the website. Again, like I said, the way the more recent scents, just really catch your eye as far as like things that you haven't seen before. Obviously, that dark crystal is a little different, and maybe people have mixed gunpowder and leather before for that Space Cowboy. But it doesn't come out smelling like that. I'll tell you that right now. You know, it's just
True.
one of those scents that, and again, guys, you have not smelt that scent before. When you get it all mixed up and going. And by the way, I'm wearing nothing in beard because I wanted to try all the Beards Dignified before.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then something's going in beard. All right,
So
Johnny.
which one you putting in beard? Which one out of the one did you decide?
Well, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Because we're at nighttime, Space Cowboy's going in tomorrow morning for work. Done deal. Let's just move it along, all right?
Okay.
I'm thinking of going with the oatmeal or the pineapple tonight, but we still got Paris on the plane, so let's do that real quick.
Do you own just oils, or did you get any balms or butters?
No, but now I think I will be getting at least one butter or balm, maybe two. For those of you who don't remember, this is like the drink, the old fashioned. So we've got some bourbon, we've got some orange, we've got some cherry.
And while you do that,
vanilla.
we have a question.
We have a question.
How many ambassadors do you have?
Currently, I only have 5 right now. So we're always looking. I've had one or two others hit me up, and then I gave them some information, and they went a different direction, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, if you're interested, hit me up on Instagram. You can go to my website, fill out a form. I can email you information. It's very laid back, but you know, I ask a lot of questions. I want people from different areas, like, what scents do you like? You know, what do you want to see? And then I try to put, it's kind of what I did with the collab with the Kyle and Joe. You know, what scents do you like? And then I put a little twist of my own in there. And then, you know, hopefully we have something. So.
And I don't know your other thing. Go ahead.
It helps him see things from a customer's perspective. You know, it helps give some ideas what we want. You know.
Yeah, a great example is my conditioner. I was putting it in a bullet bottle, and it's so thick it's really hard to get out. So Brian was like, man, you know, and several other people too, like, you know, what about a jar? And so I made that transition just so you could get every drop of it, and it's just so thick. But Brian was one of the first ones. He was like, have you thought about doing this? And so we kind of tried that out and ended up working. So.
And I think you might have 7 ambassadors because Brian does the work of 3 of them. I'll tell you.
Does. Yes,
Brian,
he does.
Brian is a loyal and devoted ambassador. And
Very, yes.
And if you're not following Bearded and Winning, he's just a good dude. You're going to get a lot of Beards Dignified content, but that's okay because Brian, I did not know you had the skills to make the video for Space Cowboy. That video is really cool. You know, I would follow Brian just to watch the video.
Yep. Yeah, he's done a lot. You know, I can't thank him enough. Yeah, definitely follow him. He does awesome mashups too. Mashup Monday. You know, sometimes it's not even Beards Dignified, which is great. You know, but it's awesome. You know, when he does mix ours with another company, it's kind of cool to see those combinations.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, let's do Paris of the Plains. There it is. See what we got here. Oh, that's nice. It's like a bowl of fruit with some body behind it, which is obviously that bourbon. Definitely get the orange. Definitely get the cherry. That's cool that I can pick 3 of those scents straight out. The orange is a little bit more forward, which makes it, you know, more kind of refreshing to me at least. All right, let's warm it up. Oh, no, that's good. That is good. Yeah, that is a nice set. It's like the whiskey isn't too pronounced, but it kind of gives it body. Kind of gives a little backbone to the orange, you know, and the cherry. This one I bought, yes, because of the scent profile, but I really dug the name. The name pushed me over. There were a couple there that I was like, so Paris on the Plains, the name pushed me over, but this is a very nice scent. All right, I'm going to let this warm for a couple more. I think, boy, this is tough. As of right now, we're going to go Space Cowboy, definitely number one. This and Brewmaster are fighting for number two. We'll have to let this rest a little bit. Pineapple Express would be number three, and then Aficionado would be number four. All told, for the 5 cents I got, I really, really dig. Aficionado is a fine scent, but to me, it's kind of, it just fits in there with scents that I might wear every once in a while. Those other 4 scents, I would definitely make a point to wear. You know, as I'm going through my bottles, I'm like, a little pineapple today, a little gunpowder. So, Grant, very, very pleased. Thank you again for sending the Pineapple Express. But yeah. Very, very pleased with the section of the Beard's Dignified line I got a hold of. Good stuff. And the oil feels really nice for the skin. I can't wait to get in here and see how it does in there.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Look at that. Like we planned it, Johnny. Dirty 930. We did the first impressions. We got to know our guests. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Sorry, I couldn't hold it any longer. Uncle Bro, what is everyone talking about? Sorry, guys, I didn't pay less attention. What's up? Yeah, why? Pick it up, Johnny. I'm talking to my wife.
What?
Did he know that I can lip read him?
Brett. My goodness.
He's laughing right now.
Yeah, apparently I overfilled a picture of something.
You got in trouble?
Yeah, I definitely a little trouble. La resistance, says James.
Okay, so yeah, James got a good question. That's a good question to kick off. What scent would you use to freshen up the bridge?
All right, now I'm out loud. All right, because the headphones were messing with things.
Oh, okay.
Right here. All right, so you will have to talk to Grant and Brian about the bridge. All right.
Okay, so if you don't know do you know what the bridge is? First question.
No.
Don't know what the bridge is.
No. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if he doesn't know what the bridge is. So the bridge is the ABC. You know what the ABC is? The ABC is the ass ball connection.
Okay. All
so
right.
the bridge is that little space between,
Gotcha.
There you go. See?
All right.
It all comes together, man.
Was that Pershing? Was that James that asked that? Explain to them why all the cussing now. Okay. I think Grant knows a little bit. We kind of we always have to preface this with guests who may not know us, but Grant said he'd been in here a time or two in the past. So the one I would use to freshen up the bridge, if I'm thinking of the female now, not me, because I can't smell down there. I'm not that flexible. I would probably have to go with Karis on the Plains because of that lovely orange cherry. I think that's going to make the bridge a more pleasant crossing than other things. Although if I really wanted to stick it to her, I'm going with the Brewmaster because that's just adding heavy, thick scent.
Now remember, these scents can't really aerate like normal on your beard. They don't really get to breathe that much because they're kind of like covered the whole time. So when you get to the act, that scent's gonna come whoosh, and it's gonna be heated and fermented with body fluids and stuff like that. So you got to see how that's gonna come out.
But Brett, I'm already putting the Space Cowboy into the high part of the shelf. I'm not wasting it for the bridge. Okay. All right. I'm not going to waste my Space Cowboy on the bridge. It gets Park Place and Boardwalk territory. All right.
Sweet Tain style.
Sweet. Now, Pershing, I'm going to tell you something. I've smelled them and you haven't. That pineapple is more mellow. I like the refreshing aspect of the citrus of the orange. Now, you want to go buy them and you want to go smell them. You can disagree. Until that time, I win. So that's definitely going to raise it. You're damn right it is, Mick. You are damn right it is. Grant looks so uncomfortable. Grant, this might be the time where the baby's crying and you have to cut it off earlier.
No, he's
We
passed
understand.
out now.
All right, guys. So what's been going on of note for all your lives out there in the chat? We had some stuff going on this weekend. I'll say something real quick. I have no clue what's going to happen, but I'll be on Bearded Practitioners Live tomorrow because if you don't get enough of me on Wednesdays, who else would want more? But he does beards and desserts. I have no clue what that even means. So I'm going on there tomorrow. And then you can miss that one. The one we really would like you to be on is next Thursday on Prax Channel, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's the Down syndrome charity and stuff. Of course, remember Andy's grandson Van has Down syndrome. My middle daughter Ariana has Down syndrome, and so we did it last year and we had some fun. Ariana just looked forward to it all year long, and she's so excited. And I think Andy's trying to actually do some charity stuff so he can make a donation to Down syndrome of Arizona. All right, so that's next Thursday. We'll hype it up tomorrow, but if you miss tomorrow, you'll be hearing me say it one more time next week as well. Space Troll, because it's under the bridge. Pioneer is the most underrated scent. Talk to me about Pioneer, Grant.
I actually revamped that scent. So it is a birchwood oud, lemon, and there's another one in there. Now I've completely a lot going on. Let's see. So that birchwood oud really does have that like woodsy. And frankincense and myrrh. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
But that birchwood oud and that frankincense really give it that earthy, woodsy scent. And then I slam it with lemon. Obviously not overpowering. It's very in the background. And that really brings out almost those earthy notes even more. So yeah, I revamped that one and actually redid the Scholar as well. The Scholar used to be a rosemary and peppermint. And I actually did a peppermint, orange, and black oud with this one. Kind of give it a different twist on the peppermint. But I made peppermint the star in it, so it's like really refreshing. Brian, he does landscaping in his own, owns his own business, and sometimes he'll send me a text and be like, "Man, it was hot." Washed off my beard and used some Scholar, refreshed everything. So yeah, it's a great scent. Might actually change the name of it, but for now it's there. It's the Scholar. So
as this Paris of the Plains has warmed up, Grant, I can feel that vanilla coming out of it a bit more. That's a nice little scent right there. I have tried a couple other old fashions, and they were fine scents, but again, and I really like in the Brewmaster, it was the hops and the Space Cowboy, that gunpowder, and this the vanilla, and just kind of a more blending of the cherry and the orange together. Mm-hmm. This man, chat folk, this man knows what he's doing in the scent game, because once you get it mixed up and going, there's some really cool aromas coming out of there. So
yeah,
very, very nice. And even the quote unquote one trick pony in the roasted oatmeal, that little bit of hops, man, that was enough to make it really, really cool. Really, really cool.
Yeah. I had a guy that had bought that and then he had let it set, for a little bit, and those hops just really did their thing, and he goes, "Ooh, this is changing as it goes on." So, and I use Liberty hops. That's a specific hop that I use.
Yep.
I can't decide if I'm going to use the same. There's another hop that I want to use, but I might still go with it.
So when you say you crush the hops, do you actually get like the hops and extract from them?
So I get hops pellets, and then I just grind them down, and then just use a little bit of the dust. Mm-hmm.
Nice. I used to make beer, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
Those hops pellets are a lot fun than hops.
Yes, yeah, and it's not bad for you. It's actually a preservative.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't hurt anything. It only helps. So if anybody is wondering,
Good stuff. Pumpkin spice Latines classic. Gunpowder. I don't know if I said that, McMahon. I could have. Anyone have a butter for me to peek at? Johnny Groom showed one earlier, Rob. Johnny,
you want
got
to see the butter again? All right, do the butter. Butter.
And this is a poured butter, Rob, but Grant said he's coming out with a whipped in the near future.
Yep. It melts down nicely. It's a good butter.
Yeah, Johnny Grooms has had this Space Cowboy since close after release, and he's mentioned it a few times. So
yeah,
he's actually got to wear the product and experience it, both oil and butter.
Mm-hmm.
Grant, are there any, either before you started Beards Dignified or while you were running Beards Dignified, are there any companies that you like their product, whether it be for scent or for how it works in your beard? Any other companies that you've tried?
Let's see. Luxurious Bastard. Tried some of his stuff. Really like. He's got very unique scents as well. I did do Beard Octane. The whipped butter. I was in a channel actually, or like I kind of helped promote Command's Corner one night, and he sent me something free. So and I really liked it. It was really light, fluffy. My butter's a little more dense, but his was really good. And then there's a local company, 1792, I think it's called.
I know. I've heard of them. Yes.
He's based out of Independence, Missouri, which is where I grew up at. But anyway, I've tried some of his stuff. It's not too bad. Some of his scents, like the names of them, not really kid friendly, so I can't keep them around. But he's got really good scents, like good combinations. They're very well balanced. But I actually liked his beard wash, his soap, bar soap that he had. So I liked it more than probably his oils and balms.
Okay. McMahon has a question he wants me to read to you, so I will. Grant, God dang it, I just had it. Did the chat move it? Basically, it was Grant, will you name your next 3 cents Bridge 1, Bridge 2, Bridge 3?
I mean, maybe Bridge 1. Or the bridge.
or the bridge. That would be great.
We're waiting for someone to do that.
Dignified Bridge.
Dignified Bridge. Oh,
Dignified Bridge. Look at that right there. That's an oxymoron, but I'd love to see how that's Dignified Bridge. Brett Berlin also says that out of Angry Kraken is a Kansas company.
I actually met them. Super nice guys. I haven't tried any of their product, but great guys. Talked to them. We were at a show together and chatted them up for a while. Oh, I've tried Detroit Grooming. Yeah. Detroit Grooming, I tried them. I actually liked the tobacco scent that they have, but my wife hates it. It's too tobacco for her. So I don't really wear it anymore.
Yeah, Brett Berlin was just saying there's a scent that I forget what it is, but his wife hates it as well, so he can't. The chocolate cherries in water. Why do you need the cherries? I mean, wouldn't it be plums? Wouldn't plums be more appropriate? Chocolate plums in water?
They would have hit the corn. Gotta throw the corn in there,
No, it's Dignified Bridge, Johnny Grooms. We don't want
Dignified Bridge. Okay.
Yeah. Good gravy. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. What sounds amazing? He didn't say it yet.
Bridge
Stop.
and connection. Can't go on.
The tank will come out tomorrow. Yeah, so there is a lot of there's a lot of taint talk in here, boys. It's just kind of the way it goes. All right.
Corn and peanuts.
That's a good one.
Still going with corn. You know what? Corn. Think about it. Corn nuts, Fritos. When corn is processed into something, it doesn't usually smell very good. Fresh
No,
corn,
that's true.
corn with butter. Yes, I don't know if they have a fragrance or that, but corn.
I'm pretty sure they do. They have to have buttered corn, buttered something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Buttered taint.
I tell you what, and popcorn's okay, but the Harry Potter jelly beans, the Jelly Belly jelly. Jelly Bean has a buttered popcorn, and I like how they can reproduce scents very well. I am not a fan of that buttered popcorn jelly bean.
Really?
I like
Too fake.
Yeah, maybe it's the sweetness to it. I'm not a kettle corn guy. I'll tell you that right the fuck now. No kettle corn. Get that sweet stuff out of here.
Oh, you don't like kettle corn popcorn?
Oh,
Oh, I love
why
it.
do I want sugar on my popcorn jelly beans?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, should I put sugar on my Fritos? I mean, come on. Let's be real here. Will you just guys put oil just in terms of like over troubled water? It is a little bit on fire tonight.
Yeah. So it's a bridge over troubled water. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Grant, do you own a bidet?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
I own a Squatty Potty.
See, it was in one or the other. Definitely one or the other. I have both. I have. Oh Jesus. I have both. I have a combination of both. Squatty potty and bidet.
I think I need to get into the Squatty Potty. It sounds like right up my alley. Joe has a very undignified taste buds. Elaborate, James.
I think I'm too tall for the Squatty potty. I don't know. I try to do it, and I feel like off balance.
Oh,
I have
yeah,
to,
I got it. Yeah,
I gotta sit down first, and then get my legs up on it. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna break it if I stand on it and squat down. I feel like I'm gonna break it.
I don't know. It's pretty sturdy. You
I
probably
don't know.
just got one that's just slightly too tall.
I don't know. It's the legit Squatty potty though. Like it's
That's true.
it's not some kind of like off brand.
Yeah.
And every time I stand on it, I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna break it. Just why your toilet is too low, huh? Interesting. Oh, it's a pretty standard toilet. I didn't really.
Well, they have different sizes. Squatty
They have different heights. Toilets have different heights. Really?
Well, and Squatty Potties too have different heights.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought the idea is like to get the knees as high as possible above the waist, right? Is that the thing?
Yes.
So Johnny Grooms, I went with Paris of the Plains. It was really neck and neck, but after it warmed up a little bit on my arm, I liked the way it rested. So
Gotcha.
And it's I think a better nighttime scent than I would like the Brewmaster. I don't know that the missus would like the Brewmaster at night. So that's a good. You are not a standard size guy.
I know.
I am not. I don't know. I'm like 6 feet, 230 pounds. Like that's my dimensions. Like
that's standard American, and according to
pretty much.
That's not even overweight for America.
For America,
is it? I mean, you go to an Asian country, you're going to look like a giant, but because they're pretty thin with the diet that they have. They don't get all the cool McDonald's and stuff we do.
They have McDonald's in Asia.
Yeah, but they're serving sushi there.
No, they have the regular menu, man. You should see the
outside of a sumo Johnny Grooms. Have you ever seen a really heavy Japanese person?
Not really, no. Not really, no.
I'm telling you, man, those people are fit. They have smaller frames, but they live forever because they're eating good stuff. I mean, they're eating rice and fish and quality stuff. They're not pouring Burger King and Wendy's down their throat 3 times a week.
The processed food intake is a lot less, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that. They have a lot of fresh foods.
Yes.
Well, when you put fake in,
that's good for you.
that's what happens. When you put fake food in, you don't put like real food in, that's what happens. It comes out, like you are what you eat. That's what it, the saying
Right.
is.
Right.
Reverse fat shaming.
Look, I can do all the fat shaming I want because I'm a fat man. All right, that's how it works. That is exactly how it
Yeah,
works.
even
Fat
if I
man.
lose a bunch of weight, I'll still be a fat guy. I'll still eat like a fat person. Like, I won't
Johnny,
ever.
your diet's vegan. How do you eat like a fat guy?
Well, I just eat a lot of stuff throughout the day, like constantly.
Yeah, but most of your stuff isn't processed though, or lightly processed.
Yeah, it's a lot of process. Yeah.
Oh, do you eat a lot of processed stuff?
Yeah, a lot of the foods that that are prepackaged are processed. I don't got time to be fucking dicing shit and making stuff in it. I don't have time for that stuff. Everything I eat TV dinners all the time, and
So
like
Johnny's
frozen
a lady.
burritos. Like,
Johnny's vegetarianism does have a vein of laziness to it.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
I like that, Johnny. I
I don't
like
even
that.
make my own. I don't even make rice. I don't cook like that. Like, no.
You don't make rice? I mean, rice
No.
is easy.
I don't because I have the two kids, doing the remote learning at the same time, right?
Right.
So like I'm constantly on top of my son. So and that's an all day event. So like when it comes time for me for lunch, I'll grab the bag of Doritos or the chips and the salsa or a package of Pop-Tarts or a thing of fruit snacks, and that's my diet. That's what I'm eating, because it's just like cha and just get it and eat real quick and back to task, because that's how I have to be. It's a constant rush.
Okay. Hold on. Time the fuck out. Okay, and let's talk about this real quick, Johnny Grooms. I had at one point in my life 5 kids in my house.
Yeah.
They weren't online learning, granted, but we're talking like toddler age all the way up to teenage.
Mm-hmm.
Rice is 3 steps: boil water, throw in the fucking rice, and let it sit. How do you not have the time to do that? All right,
I just don't.
Oh, Johnny
Just
Grooms.
don't.
Is
I'm
anyone
not gonna make rice every day.
What's that,
I can
John?
say, I'm not gonna make rice every day, but I'm saying, like, I guess if I really wanted rice, I have a bag of steamed rice. You just throw in the microwave. You hit the timer in it.
Oh, that's so. Grant, are you a rice fan?
Yes.
Brian, are
Yeah.
you a rice fan?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves rice. Where else can you eat 5,000 of something on one plate? Come on.
But the thing is, JG, whether it's minute rice or whether you get the real good stuff like the jasmine or the basmati, and it takes a little longer, it's still one of the easiest foods to cook.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So is microwaving a burrito. Like,
Okay, now see, the burrito I can understand, but rice, dude, and rice is not only obviously is rice vegetarian, but you throw a little soy sauce, a little hot sauce, whatever the hell you want to throw on it. That's
Yeah.
not and you got a wonderful thing. Pot made rice is so much better than that microwave shit. Like, my wife gets that Uncle Ben's flavored stuff in the pouch. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
talking about?
yeah,
That
yeah.
stuff is garbage. Garbage. It
I mean,
makes
I could make rice every day and eat like an Ethiopian. Sure. Like, you should,
I'll let you have your burrito. Just
for
make
5
it.
cents a day, you could feed Johnny Grooms. Like, me out of my wicker bowl.
Joe, you have to add in salt to make it good. That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
I had been cooking pasta for many years, and then when you get the Food Channel and stuff, I remember watching the show Worst Cooks in America. Have you ever seen that show? Anybody?
Yes.
Yes, it's a great premise. All these horrible home cooks come together and they teach them how to cook. Well, the one chef whose name I can't remember, she's female, she has really like punky hair. When they were making pastas, she said, put enough salt in it so it tastes like the ocean, right? Because that pasta is going to absorb that salt. And I never knew you were supposed to do it. And boy, did it make a difference when you add the salt to the boiling water. Pasta soaks it up. I imagine rice would be the same damn thing. So yeah, that was a cool little tip I learned for anyone who cares.
Yeah, whenever I make pasta, I put salt and olive oil into the water as it boils. Yeah.
Now the
always.
olive oil to keep it like separated so it doesn't like skid
Yeah,
together.
just give it that flavor. I like the olive oil flavor.
You like
So,
okay, flavor.
Yeah. And then it's minced garlic into the pan, saute pan, fry it
Now
up.
I gotta imagine Grant being where he is. You got to be a big beef dude. A lot of beef.
Yeah, we have a lot of barbecue here. That is for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, man.
I do a lot of barbecuing as well. Yes.
I mentioned this last week. Check this out. So it's a different style of barbecue, but there's this show called Chef's Table, and they did an all barbecue section. And there is a place. Now I didn't get into this, Johnny Grooms, but there's a place. The pit master is an 80-year-old woman, actually a little bit more than 80, and she's a janitor at the high school. They only open on Saturdays, and at 5 in the morning, they've already got a line started.
Well, they open one day a week. What do you expect?
Right, but people are ordering their barbecue at 7 a.m., which I'm okay with, but which just blows my mind. And that line goes forever. I mean, granted, but you're right. They're only open one day a week. But even still, can you imagine eating a whole big barbecue feast at 7 a.m.? Because they open it really early because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just dug the 85-year-old, 83-year-old pitmaster. I'm like, lady, you can retire, but no. I mean, she just kicks ass,
Yeah, that's a good ass strategy. You open one day a week, you make enough money for the week, once a week, and you only work one day a week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even if you clean your place for 2 days out of the week, I mean, you have the rest of the week to do whatever you want. It's amazing. It's such a good idea.
After watching the episode, they do have an online service as well. So I don't know, and they're not open currently because of COVID. So maybe they would work more than with the online stuff. They might work more than one day a week, Johnny. But you're right. That's a pretty good plan.
Oh, yeah. Man,
we have a barbecue place, Kansas City Joe's. Yeah, it used to be called Oklahoma Joe's, but Anthony Bourdain said it's the one barbecue place you need to go to before you die.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, it's really good. It's in a gas station.
Very cool.
That's the original one. They have other locations now, but that one used to have a line out the door. Every weekend.
Now in Kansas City, I love ribs the most when it comes to barbecue. Kansas City, you guys do a lot of spare ribs. Am I not mistaken, or do you do baby back as well?
We do both. But then we do burn-ins. Burn-ins is a big thing here.
I haven't gone to a barbecue place in either Texas or Tennessee or Kansas City, but I want some freaking burn-ins, man. That looks so good to me.
They're amazing. If you get them just right, they just melt in your mouth. Oh, they're so good.
Explain burn-ins to Johnny, Grant.
Yeah, what's burn-ins?
So it's basically either the tips of ribs, but it's really brisket. They cut off like the tip of it, and then they cube it, and it's like a 1 inch by 1 inch cube of meat.
Okay.
And then they throw that in the smoker, and then they toss it in sauce, and it's just cube of deliciousness in your mouth. So it's just so good.
Wow.
So it's got that hardened bark on it, Johnny. So you got that hardened exterior. But then when I haven't tried them, but this is for every program I watch. When you eat them, they're supposed to be very tender and juicy, and then obviously, like you said, the sauce and whatever. And you just get a freaking like styrofoam thing of just that, dude. Just a bunch of those.
Yeah. Yep.
You ever go to like Costco or BJ's and get like the really big beef ribs? They're like this big.
I've had beef ribs before.
Yeah, that's some of the ones my mother only makes those whenever she makes ribs. And I remember growing up and like, you'd have like 2 or 3 on the plate, and the bone would be like this big, and the meat would be a huge block. And like she would make that where you would pick it up and then like you bite into it, and then like the bone kind of would just slide off of it. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. I prefer. Go ahead, Grant.
Oh, sorry. Someone asked me my favorite place to get burn-ins in KC. There's several. KC Joe's is one, but Jack Stack is really good as well. man, there are a ton of places. Q39 is another one. So,
Are you a smoker barbecuer since you're in that kind of region, or not so much?
yeah, I used to do it. I used to have just a grill, and I would just do indirect, basically I'd smoke on that. But my wife won a Traeger through work, so I use that now. But my brother-in-law has one of the tubes smokers that I've used several times. So it's all the same to me.
Yeah. Whoa, McMahon, are you being ironic? I mean, I prefer pork, but I will mess up some beef ribs. I like beef ribs. It's been ages since I've had any.
I don't know, like pork ribs are so small.
Yeah, but they're a little more tender and I think a little bit more flavorful, and they've got the fat in them and stuff. Whereas the beef ribs are a little more dry to me. That they don't have I mean, I'm not buying Wagyu ribs, but they don't have that fat content to them.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, do you like barbecue?
I like very much so.
Do you cook it?
Maybe 5-6 days a week. So put the meat on the grill, I
Nice.
need my protein.
Yeah. Brian strikes me as a guy who would like barbecue and cook it. Yeah.
Oh man.
Brett, do I like Gates? It's kind of gotten worse over time. So Gates and Arthur Bryant's are two famous barbecue places here in Kansas City. It's always the battle between the two. Usually, I think Arthur Bryant's has better meat, but Gates has the better sauce. So take that for what it's worth. Last time I had Gates, it just wasn't that great.
Camo Cam, who's from Indiana, said one of his professors from Texas, right? And that's obviously that's brisket country. Said the best brisket he ever got was about an hour from me in southern Indiana. Going to sauces, though, I wanted to go into that a little bit, Grant, because I love that the regional sauces. I'm not a mustard sauce guy. Leave that shit to the side, right? I don't mind vinegar, but I don't want it very heavy.
Mm-hmm.
When I was doing my YouTube channel, I did this series called United Beards of America, and when I did Alabama, when I profiled Alabama, they have a white barbecue.
Yes,
have you heard of that?
Yeah, it's a white Alabama sauce.
Yeah,
it's mayo, horseradish, Worcestershire, and a little bit of vinegar, sugar, and pepper. There's a place here in Kansas City that does a white sauce called Slaps. It's one of my favorite here in Kansas City. And their white sauce is very, very good. It's very good on pulled pork. It's just so good.
Okay. It when I saw a picture of it, I was just kind of mind blown a little bit. I'm not the biggest
It's
mayo.
super good.
Is it?
It's
Okay.
super good. Yes.
I got a couple.
More of a rub. I like the rubs more than the sauces.
Yep.
Because like I don't like the feeling of sauce in my hands.
Sure.
It's a sensory thing. Like I just can't. It drives me nuts. So I prefer rubs more.
Sure.
Well,
I think I like Johnny, and I wouldn't know because I'm not a barbecue cooker, but I think the idea of a rub to cook in and then maybe finishing with a sauce so you get that nice glaze on it, I think that's what I like. Because whenever I get barbecue, and we went to a good place in Ohio when we went to see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We went to a little hole in the wall kind of place that had really great barbecue there. And it was kind of done like that. You could tell it was a rub, and it just had the faintest glaze of sauce to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sauce guy, so I don't want it totally dry. I got to have a little sauce with it.
So that's how I do my ribs. I do the 3-2-1 method. So it's 3 hours, a dry rub, smoke. And actually, I changed it, but it's an hour and a half wrapped with a little liquid. And then I take them back out, put them back on, and then I just baste it with a sauce and then let it finish for another hour and a half, and it puts that glaze on it. Yep.
Oh, how do we get on this damn conversation? Because now
I don't know. I'm a little hungry because all I had, like I said, all I had was buffalo nuggets. That's it.
Johnny, do they have vegetarian ribs? Does that
They
exist?
do. They do. And they're okay. They're not like
That's a stretch already.
they're okay. They're okay. I mean, if you close your eyes real tight and you start eating it, you're like, yeah, okay, this is ribs. They have the barbecue sauce down though. The barbecue sauce is pretty good. Like I would, yeah, that's pretty good. It's kind of like if you ever had have you had the McRib from McDonald's?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh man, I love them. I used to love the McRib. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like a pre-packaged, like stamped out patty, and they cover it in barbecue sauce. It's okay. It's it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like that kind of jammed together meat that comes
Yeah.
from.
I really like ribs. Like I remember all the times I ate ribs. Like that's like one of the meats that like I really dig. You know,
Yeah.
probably more than steak. Like if you gave me a choice, you give me like a rack of ribs or a steak, I would take the rack of ribs
Me too. Every time.
Yeah. every time. Yeah.
It's funny you say that, James, because now I'm doing the diet six days, and I'm having my cheat day on therapy night, so I can have some water. So up until this morning, I might have ground down on some butter for you, but nope, I got to cheat today. So you'll never see butter again, at least for a little while, I think, while I'm cheating on therapy night. But why is that disgusting? Why is it disgusting that I'm not floating a stick of butter? Are you being ironic?
Grant, have you seen that where Joe ate butter? Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You just
No.
put butter, a stick of butter and just like cut it and just
I do the Atkins, Grant, so all that stuff is good for the Atkins.
Ah, gotcha.
But yeah, I'll eat a couple tablespoons live just to freak everyone out because I know, to me, Grant, potatoes, bread, whatever you want to call it, all they are vehicles for the butter because no one eats the butter. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Everyone wants the butter, but no one wants to eat it off the stick. So
I mean,
they
it's true.
in potatoes so that you can have
Right.
a vehicle for the butter.
Just
Yeah.
like French fries are vehicles for ketchup.
Totally.
You know, just
Totally. Salt, pepper, and ketchup. 3 great things. Oh, let's give you a food that combines them all.
right.
We are all completely different men in our lives.
Yes, Ryan.
I think that's one of the magic things of beard therapy, isn't it?
And some people do things publicly, like do a live show. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Good week, Joe. Censorship and disappointment. Killing it, bro. So Jay Grooms, the whole thing was when I did the post, Brett and Mick and Ryan and Pershing all got together. Because I said let's be dignified for the first hour, they duct taped their mouths closed and they wrote out on like little index cards how I can't oppress them and they're going to revolt and I can't censor their words, et cetera, et cetera.
oh
And
man,
they all did this like behind my back, and then they must have synchronized their watches because then I just got dive bombed by all of them, and I kept checking their DMs, and each one was them, with the duct tape and the thing, and it was beautiful. I loved it, It's what makes this show is the audience.
that's hilarious. Oh man,
Ain't no way he's 230 pounds and eating less. But Ryan,
there are some hardcore vegans that are obese. They're overweight because there's a lot of foods that are very fatty and very carby that are vegan.
9:30.
fair enough.
It's not just
You keep waking me up at 9.
But you lost a lot of weight, Johnny. But what did you lose? Between like 30 and 40 pounds the moment you started being vegetarian?
Yeah, when I made that switch, it was I lost like 60 pounds.
60 pounds. Yeah.
Quick. Yeah.
Damn.
Look at Brian.
That's just giving up the dairy and the cheese,
I think so.
and like really cutting back the meat almost to zero, like really down there, and everything just fell off, and then my asthma went away.
Yeah.
That's what I was killing inhalers like on the regular. I was like every 2-3 months I would go through an entire inhaler, which is like bad because they were like, you're gonna poison yourself from the inhaler, and I was like, well, I can't breathe. So what do you want me to do? Like die or
Yeah, right.
So,
Now this was pre-beard. These are the Lurch Grooms photos that we've seen.
Yeah. This is before I had the beard. You know what's funny? I always grew my beard, right? But I always kept having to shave it because my wife kept telling me to shave it. But I always had a beard. I always had one. It was like I would shave maybe like once every 2 weeks or once a week, and it takes me like a good week to grow a beard. Like I could shave this off, and like this is what 4 weeks. 4 or 5 weeks ago?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So this is like a 5-week beard right here. I grow my beard very quickly, so that's why. Yeah.
I want to ask Brian a question. Hold on here.
Now I'm getting. Now I'm getting DMs. Now it's funny.
Brian, I put a question in the chat.
I swear words.
Sometimes take off between penalty.
Okay.
I'll touch it. I'll touch it a little. But I think I've reached terminal, and then I don't think I can get any longer than this.
Okay. Because it's a good healthy beard, man. I love when you do your side beards, man. That thing is just like boom when you do side beard. Yeah, there it is. Look at that thing.
Nice.
It's like a shark fin in the water, only upside down. Now, Grant, are you? I don't know if it's age or genetics, but I know I trim down because I'm a teacher and I have to wear a mask. But when I was letting it go, I would go here, but I don't get a lot here, like say Brian. Do you do the same thing? Do you not get as much down here? Do you puff out?
So
yeah, that's about what I would get.
Mine kind of comes out, but I've been applying heat and use a round brush, and that really started kind of just taming it and bringing it down where I wanted it. And then I trim it just ever so slightly to shape it, and then
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean mine does go out, and my hair is like super curly if I don't straighten it.
Okay, gotcha. It's funny you said that. I'm gonna bring McMahon up because for the second time, he posted that his daughter's hairbrush, which looks like a bunch of candy-colored, bent lines. It looks like it's got all the colors of candy, and it's got little bent lines, which are the brush tines. Mm-hmm. He says it's the best beard detangler brush he's ever bought. So a little girl's hairbrush is Mick's favorite detangler.
Yeah, nice. I use the round brush. It works great. And then every once in a while I'll use I have oxhorn comb and then like a boar bristle brush to kind of just shape it every once in a while. But really the round brush kind of just does it for me for the most part.
I've never tried a round brush. I've always had the boars. There it is. Bad boy, something like this and a comb.
Yeah. No, I use I don't know what video I watched. I can't remember now off the top of my head, but somebody recommended a round brush, and I was like, well, what the hell? I'll try it.
Yeah.
And it works great. I just roll it up underneath, pull it out, and just apply heat, and good to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing too is I never realized until we got in this community is how many different freaking styles and like textures and growth patterns of beard there are. I mean, until you grow one, you're like, oh, there's a dude with a beard, and that's where the conversation fucking ends, right? Versus like I see yours, Grant. You're very long and bushy here versus Brian, who comes down like here. Johnny Grooms and I have a similar style of beard, but Johnny can grow his longer than I can. Then you've got freaking deliberately bearded in there, whose beard goes down to his belly button practically, but looks good, right? I mean, seriously, his beard goes down to mid-chest, but it's full and it's thick all the way down. and just like all those different things, and guys that perhaps maybe don't grow as well on the cheeks, or I just something about that really just fascinates me, in that it doesn't matter what style, what color, et cetera, your beard is, you throw some of this in there and you are good to go. Now, granted, some guys like Mick and Ryan are they find that grapeseed oil doesn't work well in their beard, or this oil, that oil, whatever. I've been lucky in that I've yet to find a blend that has made me feel like, well, I'm all crunchy or scrunchy. Johnny, have you found a blend that has done that to yours?
To make it crunchy?
Well, just to where you saw you put the carrier blend in and you're like, oh, I can't wear this just because it makes my beard feel bad.
No, everything works out pretty well. My beard pretty much drinks up a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't even put that much in. I really just put like maybe 3 or 4 drops tops. I used to throw a whole dropper in, and then like a little bit more just to give that, because I wanted the scent to really like be in my face and last and stuff like that. So I used to over oil, but now I learned, like, over the year of doing this, I learned that just what is exactly my amount,
right?
And
that's
what I've been doing, and
right.
everything.
I remember King Tali, who has a gorgeous beard. He told me he would put a quarter's size worth of oil for his beard when it was fully long, because he trimmed it not too long ago. And I probably put like a dime's worth, a little less than a dime's worth when I'm short like this. I don't buy the George Bruno thing of just dabbing 5 fingers with oil. That just doesn't seem like it would be enough. What the fuck do I know?
5 what?
George Bruno says all the beard oil you need is, imagine you had this bottle open, right?
Yeah.
You just need to dab your fingertips with the oil. All 5 of your fingertips, so you wouldn't use the dropper or anything, and that's all the oil you need, according to George Bruno.
Oh,
I think he's wrong there. I think you got to talk about beard length, beard texture, and all those other things. I don't think one size fits all in that kind of situation.
okay. Yeah, if that's how he does it, I mean, that's how he does it.
Yeah, it may work for him, but I'm
I'm gonna try it now, because I got a couple of open face bottles. So
you're not the first one I heard say the brush is great. By the way, and I deliberately bearded is Jersey Ron, who has the great beard. Ron, have you found a carrier blend that doesn't work for you, or is your beard friendly to a lot of them? Sounds like that's a
something, Brett. I asked myself that same question when Joe was talking about him, like a long time, like I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. No, like a month ago, I think it was. Joe said his name, and I was like, "Who the hell is that?" I have no idea who that is. Like, I have no idea who that is. And then, like, I saw it. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, he's one of the earliest, if not the earliest, guys to do beard care videos on YouTube. Like pre-Beard Brand stuff, and all the stuff that Beard Brand does. Yeah, I can throw a whole dropper in my beard, and as long as it doesn't have grape, it soaks all the way in almost instantly. Yeah. See, I think if you have a beard like Brian's, or even a thicker beard like Grant's, it's not as long, but it's thick and robust, you're gonna soak up some freaking oil.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, mine does. I do half dropper, which really isn't a ton. But for me, mine just drinks it up. Like, but it will last all day. So
right. I'm liking this scent, Grant. I like the strength of it coming off the beard. And I like how it's, been in my beard now for almost 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Good stuff. Paris of the Plains. Chesapeake soaks into the absolute fastest for me. I can seriously apply it 5 or 6 times a day. Interesting. Wow. And deliberately beard set it too, and grapeseed heavy. So that's 3 guys we have in our audience that all have a problem with grapeseed for whatever reason. That's the kind of stuff that fascinates me. Like, what is it about their beards? Is it a genetics thing? Is it an age thing? That certain oils, for whatever reason. And then there's guys like you and me, Johnny, who we have put in hundreds of different oil blends in our beards and not had a problem.
Yeah. I mean, there are some brands that, like, the oil just sits on top.
Yeah.
And, like, I can just take it and be like, it's all in my hands. But they have similar carrier oils to other brands that work really well in my beard. So I guess it's the amounts,
Right.
and how they-
exactly.
Yeah,
and that's that proprietary. We can see all those same oil names, but how much is going in of each type? I'm sure it's a huge deal.
and they're probably using like cheap oil, where like it's like just to make the bottle or something. You know what I mean?
maybe.
Hey, I'm not naming anybody. I mean, I don't even know off the top of my head. I would have to re-examine my collection to pick out the one that is shitty. So
I can think of one that you probably definitely are pointing a finger at, but we'll DM about that one.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh my God.
Grant, November 1st, I'm buying Space Cowboy oil and butter, and I can't wait. Nice.
Awesome.
Brett loves him some gunpowder. I know that. Porosity. Yes, porosity. I learned that.
Yeah.
I like grapes. They have ones that taste like cotton candy now.
They
Are you
do.
shitting, James?
They do. I haven't had them, but I know what he's talking about.
Who wants a cotton candy? Okay. At the point you're like older than 8, who the fuck eats cotton candy anyway? Why would I want a grape? What do I want? Air and cotton and sugar.
Yeah.
Every chance I
I
can.
stand corrected.
I love cotton.
All right,
candy.
so you guys are all about the cotton candy grapes, I guess. Not my
I
taste.
haven't had them, but like I'll get down with some cotton candy. I like cotton candy. It's vegan.
Back off, John.
It's just sugar.
They are really good.
What the hell? Okay, all right. So eating butter's a crime, but cotton candy fucking grapes are okay. I see where you guys are living now. We may have to end therapy as a show soon. The way this is going, holy shit! You all love butter. Just because I eat it off the stick, who cares?
They also have the apples that taste like grapes too, I think, right? The grapples?
Okay, now stop it.
Yeah, for real.
You have a grape. Why do you want to eat an apple that tastes? I get the cotton candy, but
I think it's the grapples. Hold on.
if I want an orange, I'm going to eat an orange. I'm not going to eat an apple that tastes like a fucking orange just because it's got crunch to it.
Oh yeah, it's called grapple. It's called grapple, and it's a apple that tastes like grapes.
Look, farmers are getting fucking bored. That's what I'm going to tell you right the hell now.
Crossbreeding
They
of
can
fruit.
sit there and start splicing genes to do this shit. Who needs that? Let me guess. Fucking McMahon is going to sit there and say, "Now, Joe, damn it, grapples."
Say what you will about the tape, but leave the grapples out of this.
James is going to play the First Amendment card. You can say the taint shit, but that's where I draw the line. The grapples. Holy cow. And McMahon is the one that brought the grapple up.
Oh, okay, there you go.
You know, I used to think Oklahoma was a pretty cool state. Now I'm starting to wonder. McMahon and his cotton candy grapes and grapples.
But that's across the country. That's not just over there.
Yeah.
How do you think I know about it?
Yeah.
Well, since McMahon was the first one to mention a grapple to me, I'm going to
okay.
blame him.
Okay, there you
Instead
go.
of a grapple, unless I'm trying to fondle someone in a wrestling match. Grapple. Holy cow. Oh, Irish Whistler. I have no doubt they're real. My argument is why?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. That.
Why? Is it because the grape is squishy and we want a grape that's more crunchy? I mean, why? Why do you
Well,
need it?
it's a full size apple. Like it's just
Yeah. Okay, so a full size apple, let's say, is 30 grapes. All right, I don't care. They're grapes, Johnny. It's the cotton candy. There are no cotton candy fruits. I get that.
That's true.
To have
Yeah.
one fruit that tastes like another fruit, that's like having a fish flavored steak. I've got fish. Why do I need the fish flavored
Yeah.
steak?
Well, we need more of that. That would be awesome. I would love to have like different flavored tasting stuff. Like, I don't know, a chocolate bar that tastes like a pizza. You bite into the chocolate bar, you think chocolate bar, and you get pizza. That's some
Meanwhile,
Willy Wonka shit right there.
You've got like African nations that would just be happy to try a pizza, let alone, oh, yes, look, it's a Snickers that tastes like mushroom pizza. Just get those people a pizza before you start doing that. Holy cow.
Hey, you know,
Fuck a piece of chocolate bars. Oh, by the way, this is a big deal. Brian and Grant. Brian, pizza with pineapple or without?
Say that again.
Pizza with pineapple?
No pineapple. No. Okay, go on.
Grant?
No
your turn.
pineapple.
Oh!
No pineapple.
Yeah.
right. That's right.
That's
I
right.
already have pineapple in Theodore.
Right.
That's it. And
Right.
in mixed drinks.
You want your pineapple? Right here, baby. That's your pineapple. Get it off the pizza. That's right. James Persing, pineapple pizza cake for life. Oh, James, I didn't know. I thought you were one of the anti-pineapples. Oh, man.
I was talking to my wife about that. I was like how a lot of people hate the pineapple on pizza. And she's like, I'm gonna get a pizza and I'm gonna make sure they put triple pineapple on it. I'm gonna just sit there and eat it in front of you. And I'm like, I don't care, you eat it. I'm just not gonna eat it, you know? It's just
Wait till they start putting the fucking cotton candy grapes on pizza. That's next. That's the next evolution, okay?
Oh.
If you'll put pineapple on a pizza, you'll put grapple slices on it. You'll put cotton candy grapes. There's no barrier for you heathens that like these things.
Yeah, that's fruit and pizza don't go together unless it's a dessert pizza.
Right.
You know, unless it's a pie
yeah,
that
dessert pizza.
Right.
like I want puff pastry, like, you know, crusts, you know, like
Yes.
go. But no traditional dough and sauce and cheese and fruit. No, it just they don't go together. They just don't go together.
No. Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that shit.
All right. Well, we are getting to the end of this little show, 1027. I would like to really thank our guests, Brian and Grant, for coming on tonight. Grant, I enjoyed trying your product tonight. It was good stuff.
Awesome. Thank you.
Remember, guys, $20 for 2 ounces. The sample set is $25 for 4 half-ounce bottles, and you have 16 cents and an unscented. I don't know why you'd want the unscented, but it's there if you do, and an unscented variety. So that's 17 cents total. Poured butter right now, whipped butter coming. And now that I've tried them, I kick myself for waiting nearly 2 years to do so. Although Space Cowboy took a while to come out, so I console myself a little bit with that. Anything, JG, we asked about Beards Dignified, if he had anything coming up. Let me ask Brian really quickly. Brian, I'm going to ask you a question in the chat. Okay. There you go, Brian. There's a question in the chat.
I think that I don't.
Okay.
Waiting
Follow.
for I'm gonna put in Big Cowboy into ball. That I don't.
You and me. I'm going to do it too. Follow Beard and Win. JG, what you got coming up?
I don't know yet.
That's a good
I haven't planned a video schedule in a very long time. You know, and filming for me is hard. I have to do it like guerrilla style.
Yeah.
I have to,
Particularly
like, this.
both your kids, huh?
Yeah, like I have to like set them up and I'm like, okay, they have 20 minutes and just jet and run and film. That's how I did the shaving one. It's like it's crazy. And I don't know, I have a thing where like I can't film when everybody's asleep. Like I can do this, right? But I can't turn on the camera and talk because I'm so used to filming with noise that like when it's super quiet, I feel very uncomfortable. So like it's weird. It's hard to describe.
I'm ignoring James Pershing.
Yeah,
I'm just ignoring him. Maybe one of these days, James. It's nice to think that James dreams of this shit, though. You know, I just hope that he dreams of me fucking deep throating a butter stick. I'm on Prax channel tomorrow, and then one of these days, me, Bearded Life Joe, and Silver Chef Eric are going to do a movie analysis / chat on my channel. That's going to be kicking off once, maybe twice a month. For any of you guys out there that love movies and movie talk, we'll be doing that.
What
That's
movie
all
you
we
gonna
got.
What movie you gonna watch?
Well, we're not going to watch it because YouTube fucks with me when I do that kind of shit. We're just going to more talk about either certain films, certain directors, certain actors.
You should feature one movie.
Well, we'll probably will, but sometimes we'll feature a director where we'll maybe touch bases on a couple. We're starting off with just introductory stuff in Pulp Fiction. That will be the first episode.
Okay. You gotta do
Introductory
Showgirl.
Showgirls is a horrible film. Outside of
That
what's her
was one
face.
of the worst movies ever. Like,
It's a horrible film. God damn, Johnny Greer. All right, guys. See you next Wednesday. Have a great night. Take care. Thanks, Grant.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
John.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you, guys.
good week.
I'm the one that has to hit the button. Duh. All right. Dumbass.
He has no time to
Yeah, it's crazy. One day maybe I'll do a video of how I film. You're gonna see me just running around the house like a maniac.
That would be cool, actually, John.
Yeah. All right, later, everyone. Have a good night.